He likes my hair. Gee, thanks. Just washed it. Finally washed my hair after maybe a week. Okay. And also, who is she? Let's just brighten this up real quick. Who is she wearing non-gym clothing, wearing jeans, a top and a cardi? Don't even know who I am anymore. Jeans are Topshop, my top is Topshop, and my cardi is Nasty Girl. Nasty Girly. So anyway, enough of me hyping myself up. But yeah, I have a little bit of a sick voice, so if that gets annoying, I'm really, really sorry. It's like clogged. Ugh, not nice. But today is episode 2 of doing this for me, and we're going to talk all about portion control, eating for your goals, fat loss, and really and truly I'm just going to give you simple and easy tips for you to follow along your journey. Remember, this is a simple guide to fitness. It doesn't need to be complicated. It needs to be simple, to the point, and I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say with that line. Anyways, right, let's get into tip number 1. But first of all, your girl needs a bit of coffee, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna add some cinnamon to that. Where's my cinnamon? Where's my cinnamon? Where's my cinnamon? Where's my cinnamon? Oh my goodness. Oh my, oh. It would have been dramatic. It would have been dramatic. Oh, that's a bit much. Right, let's jump into tip number 1. The first and most important thing that you have to do is set yourself a goal. What is it you want to achieve? Is it genuinely fat loss? Is it you want to gain muscle? Is it that you just want to feel good about yourself? Now, as we discussed in episode 1, I made you guys write out or even think about 5 things that you want to change physically, as well as 5 things you want to change mentally. And the reason I made you do that is because I wanted you to really dig deep and see what is it you wanted to change with your fitness lifestyle. Now, for some people, it could be just a simple goal as to, you know, just feel good about themselves. Or for others, it could be a really in-depth goal, such as gain muscle in their legs, but lose belly fat on their belly, and this and that and that. First things first, you cannot spot fat reduce, okay? You cannot muscle increase in the areas that you want to increase. Everybody works differently, and we are designed differently. Some people gain more muscle in their glutes, other people just have a bigger upper body. Hey, buttons. Hey, button bear. Love you. Now, where I'm trying to go with this is you have to set yourself realistic goals. And your realistic goal should be the type of goal that will benefit you not only physically, but mentally. So, if you're feeling sluggish, if you feel like, you know, you've gained a lot of weight, or you're just not feeling your best, and you want to lose fat or weight, then set that as your goal. But do it in a healthy way that will not only benefit you physically, but it's going to benefit you mentally. So by mentally, I mean making these small changes that will impact your body on the outside, but most importantly, impact your body on the inside. So tip number 1, you got to set yourself realistic goals. And also, by realistic, I mean, if you think you're going to lose about 30 pounds in a week, sorry to break it to you, honey, but that's not the case. And if any pill or booty or tummy tuck tea states that to you, then send them my way, because we're gonna have a fight, okay? Let's move on to tip number 2. So we're in the car, and I just bought some head and sinus relief and a nasal stick inhaler because I can't breathe from one side of my nose, and it's like you take breathing for granted when you can't breathe because you're ill, you know? Well, so whilst we're in the car, I'm going to go through tip 2, and this tip, well, it's one of those things that I really want to talk about because I think it's important to just highlight and speak about it, and people just hearing me out. When it comes to macros and calories and everything like that, I think macros and calories are a wonderful thing if you are trying to hit a certain goal, or if you are confused on what your body needs to consume and have. Whenever I read anyone say, oh, you just have to eat healthy and you will lose weight, or you just have to try these recipes and you will lose weight, that's not the truth. The reason being is, for example, if a person weighs 200 pounds, is given the same diet plan or the same calories, macros, recipes as someone weighing 100 pounds, it could be incredibly dangerous. The reason being is your body is not consumed to having that little calories. You have to work with how your body is. You have to understand what your body needs, and that's where macros and calories can become your best friend. That does not mean that I am telling you to count absolutely every single gram that you consume. That doesn't mean that I'm telling you to restrict or deprive your body. Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is, if you are someone who is confused on what your body needs, if you're someone that wants to achieve a goal and have a goal set, then calories and macros will help you reach that goal, one. And two, it will also help determine your portion control, sizes, and it's just easier, because what happens is, once you understand what your body needs to achieve these goals, you will start eyeballing your meals, which will become so much easier for you in the long term. So when I first started out, all I thought was I just needed to eat a couple healthy meals and that was it. Found out I was actually under eating massively. So when I put myself on set calories and macros and meals, I realized that I needed to up my macros and up my meals to reach the goals that I wanted to achieve. And back in the days, it was definitely to gain a little bit more muscle than I had, so I definitely needed to up my calories. It was scary at first. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna gain so much weight, but that definitely didn't happen. Happened a little bit, like, let's be honest. You're not just gonna gain pure muscle, you're gonna gain a little bit of fat as well. But you know, and it scared me, but I needed to know what calories and macros I needed to consume in order to reach my goals. Once I started eyeballing my meals and understanding how much my body needed, I didn't need to count macros and calories anymore, because I was comfortable and confident. This is a prime example to why the Tone Sculpt team made it such a priority to prioritize nutrition the most in the whole entire app, because we want to focus on customizing and giving people what their body needs, and not a one-fit-all system. It doesn't work like that. So just bear that in mind. If you want to hit a certain goal, it's time to get a little bit serious. And that's just me providing you the truth. Simple guide to fitness, but also giving you and delivering you truth, people, truth. But we're gonna head on back home. Now I've got my nasal spray. Sniff, sniff. And then we're gonna go into tip number 3. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can breathe. Oh, what an amazing creation. Okay, so made it back home, and today, so basically I always like record my videos a couple of days in advance, or a day in advance, but today will be the launch of the Woman's Best Krissy Cela chocolate brownie flavor protein. Like, literally it's 30 minutes to go, so I don't know what's gonna happen when I post this. I don't know if it will still be available. I don't know. I just don't know, but I'm so nervous. I'm literally twitching. My eyes like twitching. But yeah, just really excited for it, and just really excited about a lot of things, even to do with the app. Like, we at Tone Sculpt don't have like how many times I'm gonna say like? How many times, Krissy? Stop. But yeah, we don't have 50, 60 members of staff working with us and working with the team. We have 4, and to run all of this together, just 4 of us, is just amazing. And sometimes I really get overwhelmed and I don't know what I'm doing, or I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, but I need to remind myself that everything happens for a reason, and I need to just calm myself down, find my inner businesswoman, and just know that everything's gonna be okay, okay? But oh, I'm not gonna lie though, is my hair not looking a little bit bouncy? It's because I finally washed it, right? So now we're gonna move on to tip 3, and your girl is gonna have a cup of tea. Okay, we're gonna have a cup of tea. I think I have an obsession with hot drinks. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Krissy, Cela, and I have an obsession with hot drinks. Coffees, tea. But yeah, tip number 3. Now, this is something that I really wanted to talk about, and it was portion control. You see, when people talk about portion control, do you ever find it like, yeah, great, thanks for telling me I need to portion control, love, but what is it? What is portion control? And the truth is, I'm going to give you a little tip right now. Portion control, like I said, it depends on what your goals are. So hence why tip number 2 was all to do with calories and macros. But let's say you don't want to count your macros, you don't want to count your calories, you're not interested in numbers, or you simply find weighing food tedious. So the method that I like to use is my hand. And at the beginning I used to count macros and count calories, but now I know my portion control and I just simply use my hand. So what do I mean by hands? Like, what do? Do you weigh it with your hands? No. It is said that protein, so I have some tuna here, protein should be the size of your palm. So normally that's about, this is tuna steak, so normally it's about 1 tuna steak. Vegetables, micronutrients, should be 2 handfuls. So basically, if we grab the asparagus here right now, I'm just going to show you so you get a rough idea. So that's roughly what you need. Well, that's roughly what I would need. Carbohydrates, I have some Uncle Ben rice here because my lazy ass could not be bothered to make rice, and this will just do. It should be 1 handful, and that's what will give you a rough estimation. That will give you a rough idea of what your meal should look like. Now, I've been following this method for such a long time. I love this method. It helps me so much. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because everyone goes on about portion control, but what exactly is portion control? Right, I'm gonna make some tea and I'm gonna show you what a meal will look like, okay? Okay, so here is what my meal looks like, including buttons. Hey, baby girl. So as you guys can see, I have a palm-sized amount of protein, a good hefty amount of micronutrients, and a cupful, well, a handful of rice, which is my carbohydrates. This is what a good standard portion controlled meal would look like for me. And if you see my recent Instagram story, I will put my Instagram right here, ding, then you will know that your girl eats. And if you see my what I eat in a day, I eat a lot. So this is just 1 meal out of many. And obviously my tea, okay? We can't function without tea. So what I'm trying to say is that every single body's portion control is different. Hence that when some people say, oh, just eat healthy and that will do. Not necessarily, not for everyone. Healthy food for some people can irritate them. It can make them feel sick. It can make them feel, you know, bloated. So not every healthy food is healthy, or not every portion control for one person is the same for another person. So that is why maybe you need to step back and consider eyeballing your food. Consider counting your calories to begin with, so then you can have accurate portion control. So that's tip number 3. Let's move on to tip number 4. Okay, so I'm gonna head on over to the gym. Get my pump on. Yeah, tip number 4 has to do with your training. Now, when it comes to any type of fat loss or you trying to lose weight, I think there's a balance between fitness and nutrition. I don't think you can have one or the other. I think they both complement each other massively. Now, if you're someone who's training incredibly hard at the gym and then coming back home just to eat a pizza, then your results really won't show that well. But if you're also someone who simply eats really well and then doesn't do any form of training but wants to achieve like a lot of muscle and have, you know, big muscly legs or big muscly arms or whatever your goals may be, it's just not going to happen. So you need one or the other, and you need both to complement each other. So that is why when it comes to fat loss, what I preferably like to do is incorporate some type of cardio into my regime. Now there's two types of cardio that you can do. One is LISS, which is low intensity steady state cardio. Loads of people like to do this fasted right in the morning. You have just a little bit of BCAAs or some lemon water just to help you. You don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to be on the treadmill. You can simply go for an early morning dog walk. Or if you don't have dogs, just walk by yourself. I used to do it in the morning. It really helped me clear my thoughts and my mind. So you can do that for about half an hour, really set your day and set good intentions. Or you can do HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, and this can be anything from 30-second sprints, or this can be anything between cycling or really fast skipping. You can do the whole shebang. I've even got a video on HIIT, which I'll link in the description box so you guys can have a little browse. Which one do you prefer, LISS or HIIT? Comment down below and let me know. Now both methods are great. You know what, it truly depends on what you want to do. I'm not going to discard one or the other. But what I'm trying to say is, especially if your goal is to lose weight, I would personally recommend to focus on your nutrition, focus on incorporating some type of cardio, and also do not ever discard resistance and weight training. Resistance and weight training, I'm not going to stop doing just because I want to lose weight. Everything goes hand in hand together. So we are now going to head on to the gym. And your girl's not going to wear anything frisky because I'm feeling a bit ill. And for those of you wondering, I'm not feeling like completely like, oh my god, save me ill. I'm feeling just a little bit run down. But I'm still going to go to the gym because I feel like getting the sweat on is going to do me a little bit of a favour. Okay, alright, let's pick an outfit. My hair. Okay, so I'm back from the gym. Bonnie bear. Oh, look at you. Bonnie bear. Oh my god. She always thinks I have treats and I don't have any treats. I'm back from the gym and I'm making some, oh my god, I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Quinceadelas. So, in the pan, I've got some chicken, peppers, onions, and then some salsa, and then some seasoning. Got my flour tortillas, yes, and then some cheddar cheese, and we're gonna make them into really nice, crunchy quesadillas. Anyway, I'm still really sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. This now leads me on to tip number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just do it in Albanian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, tip number 5 is probably the most important tip that I'm going to give you in this whole entire video. Dramatic, I know, but it's true. And that is, you could potentially not be seeing results, not understanding portion control, or not being able to lose weight or fat or whatever, because there could be something going on in your body that you are unaware of. This isn't to scare you, I've mentioned this before, but I want to raise awareness to it again. There are so many women, especially because I've had the amazing opportunity of working with clients on an in-depth basis. Especially clients that, you know, I get to communicate with on a 24-hour basis because we reply to all emails in 24 hours. There are women who have underactive thyroids, who have really severe imbalanced hormones, who have had numerous of different illnesses or stress-related illnesses that could really affect the way that their body works. And I think that this is something that not many people talk about, because it's all fair and well me telling you nutrition needs to be on check, your workouts need to be intense, you need to rest, you need to recover, you need to hydrate. Great, we all know that. But sometimes something could be happening inside our bodies that we are not made aware of. Now I'm going to tell you something, and this is actually quite personal, but I just want to be real, keeping it real with you, alright? Keeping it real with Krissy. And about 3 months ago, I started getting nosebleeds, and it wasn't just like, oh, I hit my nose and I got a nosebleed, or I washed my face too hard and I got a nosebleed. I was getting nosebleeds every single day, and it was heavy nosebleeds. My head was throbbing to the point where when I would exercise, my eyes would want to shut. Honestly, honest to God, this is what was happening. And the reason being is I had a trapped nerve, like quite a big trapped nerve on my neck. So I went to the physio, he sorted it out, it came back, and then he sorted it out again. But here's what I'm trying to say. My workouts weren't consistent. My body was kind of shutting down because my body was telling me to just relax and stop. And all these things were going on inside my body. So no matter how much water I was drinking, no matter how many broccoli stems I was eating, or no matter how much exercise I was doing, my body was telling me to just sort itself out from within, to go check myself out, to make sure everything was in check. Yet again, this is not to scare you, but if you feel like something is going on that is unexplainable, please make it a priority to just check things for your own reassurance, to make sure everything is okay, and so you can continue this healthy lifestyle and journey that you have such an ambition to pursue. And I'm burning my food. My man's gonna leave me. I've burned these foods. I've burnt his dinner. My man's gonna leave me. Oh shit. So yeah, I just really want to highlight that, because honestly, I just feel like in the fitness community, no one really speaks about things like this, and it's almost deemed as, oh no, you know, only nutrition and working out matters. No, it doesn't. Loads of different factors matter. So check your stress levels. See what they're about. Check if you maybe have an underactive thyroid. Check if you have maybe hormonal imbalance. If you want me to do a video on hormonal imbalance and kind of like what I do to make sure my hormones are in check, then let me know in the comments below. So, let's complete this quesadilla. Slap it in there. Add a bit of your mixture. A bit of mixture to this. Right? And then we're going to add a bit of grated cheese, being a bit naughty tonight, a little bit saucy. And then, so currently looks like this. And then we're going to just do that. See, it's already cooking. Don't use your hands for this. Don't try this at home, kids. And then we're going to let this cook on one side and then flip it. Here I am with my quesadilla. Okay guys, so that concludes episode 2 of doing this for me. Now the reason I wanted to make this video was because I just wanted to help you guys out, and I truly hope this video helped. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see in doing this for me. If you have any ideas, just add in a whole load of avocado guacamole on here. And I'm going to leave it as that. I'm going to eat this, head on over to the bedroom and sleep. Anyways, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and make sure that you are following me on Instagram, where I post loads of little workout videos which you should like and save so you can take to the gym and work out with your girl. And comment down below for any future videos that you would like to see. I love you always and forever. You guys are my family. You guys are my friends. Cheers to that. Mwah.